The Avatar: The Last Airbender set has had some of the coolest legends to ever come out. And today we're going to be looking at one of the coolest mono blue commanders that has come out from the set, and no, it's not Wan Shi Tong. Katara, Waterbending Master, is an incredibly fun and interesting deck that deals with experience counters and draws a ton of cards. Our main approach is going to be to control the board and make sure that the experience counters get as big as possible, to the point where we're drawing around 6 to 7 cards every single time we attack with Katara. Once we're done staxing out the board, controlling the board, and making sure that the creatures are dealt with, we're going to be able to continuously refill our hand while having some pretty powerful draw payoffs. Welcome to 0 to 100, where I live brew commanders that I find extremely interesting. I go through my normal process of building decks, explain why I choose some cards over other cards, and of course just try to vibe out and have a good time while brewing some Magic decks. If you want to see more content like this, please feel free to let me know in the comments below, and if you enjoy this video in particular, make sure to like the video. And of course, a subscription goes a long way, especially if you turn on post notifications. That's so you can get notified every time a video like this comes out. With that being said, let's get right into the deck brewing. So today we're going to be looking at Katara, Waterbending Master. I think she's probably one of the most interesting legends to come out of the set because, one, she deals with experience counters, which is usually pretty rare, but also the fact that anytime you attack, you get to draw a ton of cards. Now, as the game goes longer and longer and longer, you're going to be drawing more and more and more cards. So you're incentivized to kind of play a more control-y strategy, and then Katara just gets to refill your hand. So my first approach, I think, is going to be to have it come out on turn 2 and just hope that nobody just straight up kills Katara. I think also we're going to have plenty of interaction. Counter spells is going to be the best way to do it because, yes, they require spells to be cast, but you know, counter spells and cantrips and things like that, like usually they don't require much. You will be controlling the game, which might start bringing more attention to you, but I think for the most part, if you have haste enablers, if you have ways to ramp, if you have any of those kinds of cards, you'll be able to just stay in the game, and Katara is eventually going to get to the point where you're drawing for 5, 6, 7, 8. You're just basically refilling your hand every single time you're able to attack with Katara, and you pretty much just find ways to win from there. I don't think we're going to go in the combo direction. I think there are plenty of draw card payoffs that we can use, and I think that's what I think we're going to start with that. I think we're just going to figure out how we're going to win. So I think probably just get some of this going on if I can type. Whenever you draw, that's probably the first place we'll look. Speed. I think Chasm Skulker's decent. I mean, it gets bigger, right? A lot of these are pretty good because they get bigger and bigger as we go. I think we'll look at Clinquant. It's 4 mana. I don't think that's a good idea. I think Homunculus Horde is decent. I mean, you're not going to get a ton of work out of it, but if we have like instant speed cantrips, it could be good on other players' turns. Jace's projection's okay. This is okay. I don't think it's that good though. I think Lila is pretty good. It's kind of like Clinquant, but the thing is it puts counters on any creature, so I think that's what makes it pretty good. Ominous Seize is awesome. Just make a whole board full of 8/8s. Pretty good. The Kraken could be decent. You gotta pay 1, but we get to go wide. We'll put it in. We'll just see. Psychic Corrosion, Psychosis Crawler, Sphinx Tutelage, obviously. Fairy's Talent, huh? You get an emblem. You may activate lore anytime you can cast an instant. Whenever you draw a card, you put a loyalty on it. I think if we had tons of Planeswalkers, this might be something we could look at, but right now I just think Teferi's Tutelage. Teferi's also really good. Tolarian Kraken might be something. Tooth the Imaginary Friend and Wizard's Class is obviously something. For now, I think that's enough. A lot of these other ones say draw your second card, which is why it's like we don't necessarily care for, what is it, like Homunculus Horde, just because we're going to be drawing way more than just 2 cards. And so if we're not really a cantrip deck, I don't think it really is that important to us. So I think we're fine. I think we're fine with just this. Alondra might be decent. Yes, it has a second card clause, but if we draw 5 cards, they each get +X+X. So it could be kind of like an overrun effect. We might look at this. I'll put it in for now, and we'll just move it over to the considering tab. Same with this considering. All right, we're gonna tag these guys up, and we're just gonna title it Payoffs. So we've got 11 payoffs, which isn't insane, but for the most part, it's pretty decent. Obviously, we can add these two back in. We'll have about 13 payoffs then at that point. But I think if any of these kind of resolves, it's pretty good. I think Sphinx's tutelage is great. The mill plan is great. We get bigger over time. And the game's going to be really, really slowed down because we're going to try that more control-y strategy. As for everything else, I think we should start getting some protection for our commander. So like a Swiftfoot boots is going to be good. Lava spur boots is good as well. We might think about lightning greaves, but there might be times where we just need to have something we can cast on our commander, in which case I don't know if it's actually that worthwhile. We'll put it in though, because at the end of the day, if we're having to pay attacks for Katara when she gets removed, we might as well have the equip be as low as possible. I think then like an Aqueous form, it's gonna be good. Probably Sword Coast Sailor is good. Make sure that she doesn't get blocked. And then the Aether Tunnel. So these are all pretty good, making sure that she doesn't get blocked. There's only 6, so we're not gonna see a ton of them, but I think that's totally fine. Like realistically, we just need the attack. We don't necessarily need her to connect, and there might be at least 1 to 2 players that we're able to get in on and not have to worry about our commander so much. We could also get in like a escape tunnel. Is that what it? No, I don't want to have to sacrifice it. Can't be blocked. Access tunnel, that's what it's called. Rogue's Passage could be good, but 4 mana, I don't know about that one. 4 mana is pretty crazy. We'll just go with Access Tunnel because 3 mana is better than 4, obviously. So we'll just put these in Katara. We'll just have that. And another thing we could do for Katara is probably some Proliferate. The 2 here that kind of like stick out to me is like Serum Snare, which is great. Maybe Hummingbird. The problem is that we're gonna hit a player and then it's gonna proliferate, but we need it on the attack, so it's not really gonna do too much for us. Probably go Experimental Augury and Flux Channeler. Contingent Plan might be good, but it's a sorcery, so it's not really gonna help us in any way. Cool. These will go here. This could be seen as a horror card. It's really also removal as well, so either way you can classify it. All right, so we got plenty of ways to win the game, and we've got plenty of ways to kind of protect our commander, or at least enhance our commander in some way, shape, or form. I think the next thing we need to really talk about is how we're gonna actually like play a game. So Katara might see a lot of removal her way because of the sheer amount of card draw she provides us, so people will understand that she's a pretty big target. So counter spells are going to be very important. Also ways of like just protecting the commander, so things like a shore up would be great. Maybe even the waterbending octopus form or something like that, whatever it's called. Things to get this specifically protection will probably be really good. And then realistically, the way that we're gonna win is through attrition from here and just protecting the board. So I think 1-for-1 removal is okay. I think having a bit of ramp, we don't need a ton, but a bit of ramp in there to help us like accelerate to the bigger things like Teferi or Toothy or anything like that could be good as well. Having plenty of lands as well as the game gets longer and longer. Just a lot of 1-for-1 removal, a lot of counter magic, and yeah, I mean that could be good. We might actually want to have like a Triskaidekaphile just for 13 cards. I don't know how good that actually is going to be though. So, but anyways, for removal and for interaction, we do like the 1-for-1. I think the 1-for-1 is totally fine when we're drawing so many cards, and realistically, we're going to just try to sit there, accumulate value as much as possible, but we don't want people kind of attacking us. So I think realistically we should probably have something like a Dissipation Field, Propaganda, Crawl Space, maybe even like, no, not a Silent Arbor. I think something like that could work. We'll go into that. Is Propaganda good though? I don't think it is. Propaganda is just a bad card. Oh, it's not a bad card. It's an okay card. People can just pay the 2. If a big dinosaur's coming at you, or big dragon's coming at you, they just pay the 2. It stops them from accelerating though. It's not terrible. I think we'll just start with the counter magic first. So an Offer You Can't Refuse is gonna be great. Negate is gonna be great. Obviously counter spell, it's gonna be great. Arcane Denial is not super good because they get to draw cards, but I don't think it's terrible either because we also want to draw cards. I think it's okay. I mean, I know Dispel's going in here. I think Arcane Denial can go in here as rough of a card as it is. We'll probably go something like a Snap as well. We can go Vapor Snag because it's fun and I like bouncing things. In that same vein, Aetherize is going to be great. Aether Spouts as well, as expensive as that can get. I think it's pretty good. Another one I think is good is Wash Away. Wash Away can get a cheeky little, if you're like super reliant on your commander, you can just 1 mana and it's gone. So that could be good. Besides then, I think that's really it for counter magic. We could do like a spell pierce or a miscast. I don't think that's gonna do us any good. We want target counter. We could maybe do Quincha, but even then it's 2 mana. I think anything that's not hard counter magic in casual settings is not gonna be great, just because it's just a small tax, but they can pay it. Usually people don't play around it though. It's gonna be hard, but it's super conditional then, and I don't think it's that good, because late game you're trying to counter like a 7 mana threat. They've already got plenty of mana to cast that 7 mana threat, unless they're tapping out for their commander. Like, that's it, but then it's just a wash away, and you'd rather have wash away. I think that's fine. I think it's fine. Let's go into the removal. Obviously Pongify, we got Rapid Hybridization. We could probably even do, what's it called, what's the one where you exile it? I mean, Resculpt is good. Exile Creature. I keep forgetting because I never play the card. Hide on the Ceiling could be good. I didn't mean to find that, but it can be good. Called something. March of Swirling Mist is gonna be good. Reality Shift, that's what it's called. Could not think of that for the life of me. Reality Shift's gonna be good. March of Swirling Mist is good. What is it? Slip out the back? I think these are good. So we gotta understand that, like, we're trying to enable this strategy as best as possible. So essentially anything that has flash speed or any instant in our deck enables the strategy. So if we get to around 35 to 40 of those cards, we'll be in a great shape, because then we have plenty of enablers, a little bit of payoffs. I don't know, there could be a bit more payoffs, maybe like a Teferi, Aegis Insight. It's kind of a win more card, but I don't think it's that bad. I mean, we're drawing that many more cards. It's gonna double everything. I feel like it's just like any other thing that we might have. Let's go into Flash. There should be plenty of cards with Flash that have like remove. Well, there's got to be like, no, we'll just see what we can find. Amphibian Downpour is gonna be great. It's more removal. Maybe bomb. I mean, no, it's Form Cast for 4 mana. The best things about Amphibian is that it's 3 mana and it has Storm. So somebody could storm off and you just, all your creatures are gone, which is super great. Dress Down. Look at that. I love Dress Down. Dress Down's awesome. Think Flood Pit's Drowner is good too. High Fate Trickster is good. It's a way to ensure everything gets flash. Hydroelectric Specimen. Hullbreaker Horde could be good as a control piece. It's quite expensive, but if we get it down and we're able to stick it, it's just over. I think Lost in the Maze is good too. Misleading Signpost is great. We might want a Mithril Coat. Mithril Coat might be pretty good. It gives it indestructible, which means you can always attack and you don't really care too much. It's 3 mana. It's $20 though. We kind of want it to be a little bit cheaper. We'll put it in though, just in case, just to see. I mean, Otherworld Gaze has flashback. Can't be blocked. Ooh, wait a second. I think Silver Shroud costume's good. Just can't be blocked. Gain Shroud. I think those are all pretty decent for protection. Subtlety's pretty good. I think Subtlety's really good, actually. Probably go with Subtlety. Do we care about this? Do we care about Unagi? I think Tishana's really great. Valley Flood Collar. No, I don't think I care about that. Falconori's okay. I feel like if we have High Fate Trickster, it's just better than this, because High Fate Trickster also has Flash. Wangshi Tong is great, but I don't know if we're, again, I think I want to have it a bit more budget than what we're doing right now. We can maybe put a Valley Flood Collar in here. So far we're at 53 cards. We got plenty of interaction. We got plenty of enablers. 32 so far. That's pretty dang good, I must say. There's not much else. Isn't there the Eaten by Piranhas that also has Flash? Yes, it has Flash. Cool. What is that now? 28, 30, 33? Is that 33 now? I think because we're going control-y, I mean, all of these are able to control a board in some way, which is great. That's why they have Flash. So I think we'll just make a whole tab. This will go into mana, but we'll make a whole tab called Enablers, because they enable us. They're also control-y, so, you know, whatever. We're gonna be controlling the board as much as possible. Do we really need to label all these as enablers? I don't really think so. This will be put in mana though, because we're gonna also play a Soul Ring, an Arcane Signet. These are just good cards. I think also a High Tide. High Tide for mana. What else could we have for mana? We could do a Sapphire Medallion. So we're at 141 right now, and that's like TCG player low, I think. Let's go into the lands. I think Mystic Sanctuary is gonna be good. What else? I mean, obviously islands. We can also have maybe a Reliquary Tower. What is that one? The land with depletion. How do you spell it? Depletion? This one. There you go. I knew there's a land in there. I like those lands because although you can sacrifice it, you can have this and 1 mana open on your turn. 40 lands is kind of a lot. No, I mean, when you only have a little bit of mana acceleration though, we could probably 39 and maybe 38, because then we're at 39 lands total because the MDFC, and then we still have a little bit of space for like enablers besides this. So we're at 21 plus 10. We're at 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. 36 enablers so far. That's pretty good. We can do maybe a little more. I think we do want to have that Valley Flood color. Thinking more. I think now we just add some protection in. So like Shore Up. I think Magic Damper. That's the one from Final Fantasy. Octopus form right there. Good. So now we're at 24. It's even more. We were at 34. We're now at like what, 38. Maybe we could have some like cantrips instead. Well, not instead, but just add some cantrips to it. I think there's other ways that we can put it in. Maybe we have like one sweeper. Which one would we use though? There's like the Raise the Palisade, but I don't know. Do we have a majority creature type? Nope. We've got 4 wizards, 3 horrors, 2 humans. We have 3 horrors. That's crazy. Devastation Tide. Cool. And usually we'll actually be able to play this at instant speed as well. But yeah, I mean, that's our first rendition of the list. I don't think it's terrible at all. I think it's pretty good. $151. I mean, it's not budget, but for like a bracket 2, bracket 3 list, it's not bad. You could maybe make some budget cuts, right? If we sort by price, you could maybe get rid of the High Fate Trickster and the Subtlety. Probably get rid of those. Maybe get rid of the Mithril Coat. Like, let's say, let's see what we do. What it looks like if we do that. So 1, 2, 3. Just getting rid of those 3 cards there is kind of enough, right? You're at 115 now. Let's look at our curve. Curve is relatively low. I mean, we have 1 7-drop. I don't know if we're ever going to play that. We got 14 spells that are mana value 1, 8 spells, 13 permanents, mana value 2. I mean, majority 1 and 2 is good because it means that we can play at instant speed a lot. Now that we have the list done, let's go straight into the test hands just to see what it looks like. Now, how I like to test hand is I like to see hands that we keep, hands that we don't keep, how the deck might look like if it functions at all. Just kind of see what we can do with it. This is probably not. Now here's a hand that I probably would. We probably go this on turn 1. We would then untap here, probably play Katara, counter, and then we can at least get 1 experience counter. I think that's not too bad. So we'll probably just play it because it will give us an experience. We got experience counter. Then we go into turn 3. Probably play this. We might just, this will sack. Right, so we have Arcane Signet, and now we probably just do Wizard class. Probably don't attack, and then we just keep this up. Then if somebody ever wants to get rid of this, we go here, immediately attach it. We now have 2 experience counters. Going into turn 4, we've got here. I think we're in a pretty good spot now. We've got interaction, we've got protection, we've got a more enablers, we've got a payoff, one of our payoff. Here, we can draw 2, discard 1, probably discard this, and then we just go in our next turn. If for whatever reason, like we need to control the board, we just do this. Now we're at 3 experience counters. We probably got protection. That'd go here. We then go into turn 5 with like 4 experience counters, and we're straight cooking. I mean, we've got land 1, 2, 3, 4. Get rid of one of our non-payoffs, like the weakest one. Now we're in this situation. We maybe go like Flux Channeler. We can slip out the back for our commander. We've got plenty of protection. Now we're at 5, and then we proliferate. We're at 6. At this point, dude, we are just cooking. If we can get to turn 5 or 6, turn 7, 8, 9, 10, we'll just be kind of gas. Let's try one more hand. This is something I think we can do. This is definitely a hand I think we can keep. We'll probably go here. Probably just play Katara to enable it as best as possible. We go here. Probably go with the depletion counter card. Probably resculpt something. We're at 1 experience. We go to turn 3. We play this. We have 2 right here. Probably just say go. We maybe do actually this here, and then only if we need to, but we probably will. Make 2 mana. It's kind of not mana efficient, but it's something. Put a counter on it, but now we're at 3 experience. Go here. Okay, non-creature spell. So we can go here, and that is creature. This is a non-creature. So now we're at 5 experience counters. This goes away. We can attach here and attack. Now we're at like 5 experience counters. We're attacking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 1 mana floating, obviously. We probably just get rid of this. I mean, I'm just saying, it seems like a pretty damn good deck. It doesn't seem like anything's too crazy about it. We've got plenty of ways to cast at instant speed. We've got a bit of mana acceleration. We don't need a ton. We're going to be drawing so many cards. We're in it for the long haul. We have a ton of interaction. We got plenty of ways to protect our commander. We've got plenty. I mean, it just seems like a pretty dang good mono blue deck. And then as soon as we cast these payoffs, like if we find Teferi, if we find Psychosis Crawler, we find any of these, we just kind of kill our opponents. No? I feel like this is a pretty dang good mono blue control list, I must say. Look at this. Look at the border list. I like. Yeah. I mean, this is the list. this is the list, 0 to 100. All I can say now is just like and subscribe to Deck Driver MTG on YouTube. And that was my rendition on Katara Waterbending Master. I think the deck came out pretty dang good, and even with a budget of 150 for bracket 2, I still think this is a relatively normal range for playing this bracket level. I think this is definitely a deck you could take to your local game store and have a good time in most pods. Because of the amount of interaction, you're able to pretty much control the board at any bracket level. Bracket 4 might be a little bit difficult because of all the combos, but counterspells help out a lot for that. I think this is a deck you can go out, you can have a lot of fun playing it, it's not going to make your opponents too salty, and of course you just get to draw cards, which is always really fun. If you stayed towards the end, make sure to let me know in the comments below any other commanders you might want to see me brew. Make sure to like the video, and of course subscribe and turn on post notifications. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all next time.